Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you're new. Today what we're doing, I've got some raised beds here I'm going to put flowers in, and Doug's hauling the dirt. This is the dirt we scraped off of to make the greenhouse, well, to build the greenhouse. These are just the cheap metal raised beds, if I can think of the word.
Still getting her load.
Oops, sorry, Dixie. This can't do it one-handed. Daniel got Doug a, what's it called?
Water backpack.
Water backpack.
Hydration pack.
We need it today. It's the heat index has been what, 113?
It's 114 over at mall.
114. It's in the evening. It's a little bit cooler than it has been all day, but it's still hot. What's he got, Dixie? Come on, Dixie. Good. Last one. Okay. Now I just gotta plant the flowers. They've been needing planted for a while. It's some I started, and we was waiting on these to come, and we had to put them together.
Once again, folks, we got too many pokers in the fire, as Grandpa used to say.
Yeah.
We can't get everything done. We're trying to get caught
And
up.
this was something that didn't have to be done.
It was on the honey-do list.
Yeah. We had other stuff to do before this, though. So we're going to do one more bed up here. It's the triangle bed that Doug made me with some logs. We'll show you here in a minute. He's going to get a scoop and just drive it out to the bed. I'm going to have to get the weed eater up here and go around it. We just need a load of dirt in this. I'll just rake that out. Or he may be raking it for me. I'll finish raking that out, and what I'm planning on planting in here along the edges, I want to plant some bush beans, and then in the middle I've got some marigolds started. I'm going to put in the middle. I'm going to have to figure out something though, because the chickens love to dig in this, so I need to figure out something to put on top or go around it to where they can't get in it. I'll show you the barrels while I'm up here, what we have in it. Got some of Daniel's hot peppers. Something's been eating on those. Here's some tomatoes, but I think we're going to just pull those out. They wasn't looking too good to begin with. That's why I put them up here. But I think we're going to get rid of them. We got carrots in here amongst the weeds. Hopefully they'll get big enough to where I can pull some of those weeds out of there. Right now, if I pull them, the carrots come up with it. Here's some more peppers. More tomatoes that we'll have to probably get rid of. Here's my basil. Here's the horehound. We'll have to trim that up. Here's some bee balm. This didn't flower last year. This flowered this year. Usually that's what they do. They come out real pretty though. The bees love them. And down in here I'm going to be planting my dill and parsley. And we got a few strawberries in there. And some oregano. And that further one there is a raspberry that we need to move. Here's all the beds planted out. I've got some cosmos in this, some zinnias. Down here I've got a few things in here. My leftover snapdragons, some small sunflowers that's not going to get very tall. I threw in the rest of my cosmos, and in the back is a few sunflowers that might get a little taller and some Mexican sunflowers. And the bed at the end, I will be getting some of those irises off the bank, and I'm going to plant in there for next year. I need to come back. These are looking a little rough because they needed to be planted probably several weeks ago. I'm going to probably cut off the flowers, make a little flower arrangement or something to sort of give them a little bit of break, let them get healthy and start bushing out. But a lot of these, you know, have flowered and they're trying to go to seed and don't want that. Over here is mostly my lily bed. I know it's got weeds. I don't want to really get in there and weed much because while I was planting these plants here, there was a bumblebees kept coming out at me, so I'm afraid there's a bumblebee nest in there, and I really don't want to get stung by those. So, but I have these hollyhocks I planted last year. They didn't bloom last year, and it's a real pretty double yellow. And I've got lilies all over in there. They bloom at different times. These last ones will be white. I've got a little fountain over here. I've got to get fix my little fountain. It was shooting up too far, so all the water was coming out, so I need to fix the little, and I've got some petunias planted here and then a volunteer marigold. Here is a little thing I put together, an old wagon I had that the tires are kind of low. I'm still working on this. I need to get some stumps to raise up these ones here, the planters. And hopefully they'll be all pretty and bloomed out. I've got petunias in there. I've got some nasturtiums looking rough, but hopefully they'll come out of it. Some snapdragons and marigolds. Here's my one, I think it's called Lobelia, something like that. The storm come through yesterday and blowed that down. I'm going to have to do something to get them back up. Underneath it, some purple flowers. They're blazing star leatris, I think they're called. I've got some Rebecca planted down here if the weeds don't take them over. And here is my one bed around the well, the old well. That's the well I fell down in. And we've got to get a top put on that, a better top. But I won't be walking on that no more. I've got some dahlias here, some snapdragons. In the back is some celosia. They are supposed to get like 4 to 6 feet tall. We'll see. Here's some Rebecca. Here is my crazy daisies. And here is the poppies. The way I started those, I learned on Celebrating Appalachia. I planted the seeds in a March snow. And they come out real pretty good, and I'll be doing that again. Here's some more of the daisies. I've got some calendula down in there, some weeds, some more dahlias, and I think in between is some, whoops, if you can see, this camera sometimes don't show what you think it is. some calendula down in there too. Over here I've got some lemon balm. And here is my other iris bed. I need to get rid of that. Here is my catnip bed, but here's my catnip bed. I sowed some seeds. There may be a little few coming up. My one plant died, and I sowed some more seeds. Hopefully they'll come up. I want to thank y'all for coming along. Hopefully these will grow pretty, and I'll be able to show you later on what they look like. Well, I want to thank y'all for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and come back and see us.
The sun comes up across the mountain sky, morning dew and a rooster's cry, garden row stretching far and wide, another summer day on the countryside, tomatoes growing, beans on the vine, sweet corn standing tall in line, the flowers blooming red, yellow, and gold, simple country treasures worth more than gold. It's summertime on Holmans' homestead, working these fields where our roots were laid. The garden's growing and the hay's been baled, thanking the Lord for the life we've made. From the chickens in the yard to the goats on the hill, living country life and loving it still, with flowers blooming bright along the way. It's summertime on Holmans' homestead today. The tractor's rolling through the hayfield green, one of the prettiest sights I've ever seen. Fresh cut hay and a warm summer breeze, the kind of life that puts your mind at ease. Carolyn's picking flowers by the gate, while supper's cooking and the day runs late. The garden's giving more than we can hold, another homestead story waiting to be told. It's summertime on Holmans' homestead, working these fields where our roots were laid. The garden's growing and the hay's been baled, thanking the Lord for the life we've made. From the chickens in the yard to the goats on the hill, living country life and loving it still, with flowers blooming bright along the way. It's summertime on Holmans' homestead today. We've seen the sunrise and the evening glow, watched little seedlings grow, row by row. made memories here that money can't buy. Under these Appalachian skies, it's summertime on Holmans' homestead. Working these fields where our roots were laid. The gardens grow and the hay's been baled, thanking the Lord for the life we've made. From the chickens in the yard to the goats on the hill, living country life and loving it still. With flowers blooming bright along the way, it's summertime on Holmans' homestead today. So thank you all for coming along with us, for every comment, sharing all your love. We hope you'll join us down the road ahead, here on Holmans' homestead today. Thank you all for coming along with us and watching